Hello, my name is Owen. This weekend I had a garage sale and I wanted to sell a lot of books, so that it might be fun to document the experience, give you a play-by-play of what books I was selling, maybe give a little pitch them a little bit, and then give you a day-by-day update of what I sold day by day. So this garage sale was Friday and Saturday. The first day was like 7 hours-ish. Second day was like 4 hours. So here's the day-by-day. We're starting with the night before. And I'm going to take you through the weekend, and you're going to see how much hard cash I made, because you'd be surprised to find out the answer. No clickbait. So I'm here in the garage. I'm about to show you the collection of books that I'm planning on selling. And to be perfectly honest, I don't expect to sell hardly any of these books, but I thought I'd give you a quick rundown of what I'm selling. Maybe if I haven't talked about on the channel, give you a quick pitch about them, because maybe you would want to buy them, even though by the time you see this, this will be long gone, and maybe some of these books will be off in the ether with new owners. Probably not, though. But let's just run through. We got a bunch of books. These ones over here, these are all my dad's and my mom's books, so we don't care about those. However, this is probably going to sell pretty quick. Bill O'Reilly, come on. Over here, just starting here, nonfiction book, it's all right. American Gods, it's all right. I actually didn't read it, even though I like Guy Real K. I'm just not going to get to it. I'm going to be honest with you. Just finished it. It was all right. Wimpy Kid, you know, The Jungle, Quiet on the Rest for Fun. Black Company, I'm surprised I don't like, because this is the first 3 books in one, and I'm surprised I don't like this more because it's the basis, or what inspired Steven Erikson and Ian C. Elsamont and Malazan. Didn't really like Black Company, though. Anyway, so here is a great young adult series. I think it's called The Enemy series. Yeah, it is right there. But it's like a zombie young adult. It's kind of like Lord of the Flies, because like all the adults become zombies and the kids have to like romp around London. It's a lot of fun, actually. And I reread the first 2 books of the series in like a week at the beginning of this year, actually, just because they're so much fun. But nonetheless, we got to get rid of them. Here is a great trilogy. Very underrated Sanderson books, by the way. The Reckoners trilogy, right? It's basically The Boys, Before the Boys. I mean, not Before the Boys comic, but Before the Boys show. It's a bunch of like superhero hunting team, and they hunt, like basically the first book about evil Superman, classic. But it's actually very well written. It was actually my introduction to Sanderson. Very good books. Here's my Flanagan shrine, John Flanagan. He was basically my introduction to fantasy. So I owe a lot to Flanagan in the Raven's Apprentice series. If you guys haven't read Raven's Apprentice, it's like peak YA fantasy. Love it so much. And here's this like a sequel spin-off trilogy or series, kind of about like the Viking people, but really grew up on these books, so I'm selling them. Here's like the new-ish spin-off series, which is not as good. But moving over here, another great fantasy intro, the Beyonders series by Brandon Mull. This is kind of like kid falls into a portal into another world, fantasy world, goes on an adventure. Really solid books. I reread those a couple years ago, and they hold up. They definitely hold up. And speaking of Mull, we have his Dragon Watch. It's his Fablehaven. If you've read Fablehaven, another great series, which I'll probably reread because those books are so good. But it's like spin-off ones, and they're not as good as Fablehaven. So I think it's just the first 2 books. I don't know how many books are out now. Probably like 4 or 5 if I had to guess. Going back to the mosh pit here, Guns of August. You know, I'm getting a lot of hate on that review, guys. Apparently the book is better than I said it was. Can you believe it? Yes. Yes, you can. Maybe I'm just not smart enough for good nonfiction books, but alas, we're selling it. Clockwork 3, read this probably 10 years ago. I just remember it being boring. So if anybody buys this, they have been tricked by me. All Quiet on the Western Front. I don't know if I said that already. Great book. The Jungle. Had to read it for class in high school. Genghis Khan. This is actually not my book. Get it out of my section. Tomorrow. Whatever, man. $5. It's new. Barnes & Noble loves it. So you know what? You'll love it too. So come buy it. This Star Sign book. It's $1. Get it while it's cheap. Am I right? Hopefully, my goal is to sell my Sherlock Holmes collection. It's 5 stories in one for only $7 in a nice hardcover book. Man, do I recommend it. To be perfectly frank with you, I think that this will sell. I think the Bachman books will sell because Bachman's kind of hot. Maybe Wimpy Kid if someone hasn't read that book already. And then maybe like a scattering of other ones. If I could sell even one of the series, I would be amazed because the Rangers and Prentice series, I've been trying to sell for like 3 years at this garage sale. No biters. I guess it's too many books, too much knowledge for a single person. But I'll keep you updated, and we'll see after day 1 how many books I sold, and then maybe day 2. I think I have a lot more mainstream books this year, like my Bachman books and like Sherlock Holmes and my dad's like Bill O'Reilly book. So maybe we'll get a couple more biters because usually, you just throw out The Clockwork 3 by Matthew J. Kirby. People would be like, what are you trying to sell me? No offense to Matthew J. Kirby. I did read your book, which is an accomplishment of itself because there's a lot of books out there. I couldn't tell you a single thing about it, though, because I was also like probably 12 when I read it. I'll keep you guys updated. It is the morning of day 2, ready to get into a nice, fulfilling, profitable day. As for day 1, we sold Ove, as I predicted, Bachman flying off the shelves, and we also sold a Rangers Apprentice series, the big one. I asked for 30 and I sold it for 25 because he used the undisputable negotiating technique where he simply asked me if I would take 25. And I did. But that's all I sold, unfortunately. However, what did I say? I said Bachman was going to sell, and I said I'd be happy if I sold one series, and that was the biggest series. You know what? Day 1's success. Day 2 is looking like it might rain. Might have a shorter selling day. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. I'll keep you updated. Day 3, as expected, very slow day. We only sold one book, being Neil Gaiman's American Gods, another big-name author. So it's about what I expected. The big-name authors get sold, but the fact we sold that series. So as for the grand total, made a whopping $29. However, in total, with the 2 single books in the series, I did sell 14 books, which I'm happy about. 14 books, the best I've ever done at a garage sale. But let's take a look at how many books I have left to sell after selling 14 books. But seriously, though, $29, I'm really happy with that. 14 books is a fantastic number, even though I have probably triple that left overall. But 29 bucks, that's almost enough to get me a hardcover at Barnes & Noble. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Obviously, the result wasn't game-changing, but I didn't expect it to be. And if you did, then I tricked you. I did trick you into thinking that I was going to sell a lot of books, but frankly, I didn't think I was going to sell any. So the fact that I sold any at all was a win. But thanks for sticking around. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and also just my book reviews and whatever else I got going on. But thanks for sticking around. Bye.